Chicago Sky, y'all stink, bro. Y'all, look, there's trash and then there's trash. You know what I'm saying? But look, man, the Chicago Sky got destroyed by the stud buds. Everybody watches the stud buds. Shout out to Courtney Williams and Tisha Heiderman, man. Listen, stud buds stood on business today. Nafisa Collier stood on business today. They destroyed the Chicago Sky.
In a recent giveaway program, Angel Reese distributed 9 turnovers similar to Oprah. You receive a ball. You receive a ball, ditto. And the stud buds didn't just appear. They turned the court into their own private comedy club by showing up. It wasn't a game. It was a real-time blooper reel. This was a full-fledged basketball roast, and the flames are still burning. So stay tuned if you've ever wondered what happens when confidence meets chaos.
Reese had 9 turnovers. Listen, y'all gotta stop with this point forward foolishness, man. Let's take a look, man. Hold on, man. Y'all be wildin'. Y'all be wildin', son. Bruh, come on, man. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop, yo. Y'all gotta stop.
A triple-double is just 1 turnover away. That I take it you read that? Angel Reese was on the verge of making basketball history. The kind you bury beneath the court and act as though it never happened. Not the kind you frame or engrave on a plaque. 9 turnovers.
9.
It's not a stat line. It's a confession. She was passing the ball around as if she were in charge of a nonprofit for defenders in need. Take it here. You seem to be in need of a little break.
In the entire WNBA and Angel Reese in garbage time. We saw it. Angel Reese last year against the Fever with like 2 minutes to go. She needed to, I think it was like 6 points and 3 rebounds. And she went and caught like 2 rebounds and then immediately goes at Victoria Saxton 3 times in a row.
The coaching staff's involvement is currently the only plausible explanation. It's a spoof of team dynamics and performance art. Because, let's face it, the lane becomes a traffic gridlock that would make Los Angeles blush if they attempt to put her in any truly offensive action. The paint is practically yelling, "Make it stop." She doesn't even consider a pick and roll every time she puts her feet in there like she's building a bonfire. The ball is only rolling into the hands of the opposing squad.
Chases after this opponent, gets close to her during a box out, grabs her by her hips, and hip tosses her, throwing her to the ground. She stands up, she walks over to this opponent, bends over, screams in her face, and flips her the double bird. That's the WNBA gold. We're gonna get into it. And the laughter, oh, Angel. Oh, my angel, you're my darling, angel. You've been playing well, Angel. I give it to you. You've been playing well. But every now and then, those stinkers, oh man.
They've chosen to give her the honorary title of facilitator instead of taking a chance on a complete offensive collapse, which is cute if you imagine it's kindergarten rather than professional basketball. Facilitator, that is, we don't trust you to finish, so please just turn it over before something goes wrong. Because she's bricking if she's not passing, she's also flailing if she's not bricking. And if she's not flailing, she's going somewhere far away from the rim, both literally and spiritually.
Like, there's absolutely no foul in that. She gets a good whistle, jumps up, and then goes at somebody on the other team. Who she go at? She goes at Diamond Miller, her former Maryland teammate. And, like, Angel's 1 tech off a suspension as well. And is like, anytime anyone gets into it with her, she's straight in their face. And I'm like, I don't mind that. But you just gotta be smart. To be fair, the Sky sucks, so you might as well just go and take your, I'll say it,
These days, it's not just about lousy games. This is the equivalent of a government cover-up in basketball. Everyone is thinking it, but nobody wants to express it aloud. Reese is genuinely terrible. It wasn't a terrible night. Not a learning curve for beginners. Awful that we're conversing, why is she lying on the ground? Awful. Some garden gnomes are more adept at walking. Some scarecrows have hands that are more dependable. Nevertheless, she is obstructing the offense like a chewed-up piece of gum in a slot machine. Heaven forbid, though, that anyone would truly bench her. Oh no, that would be conceding defeat. That would entail putting an end to months of pointless highlight reels and PR gibberish. The masquerade would then come to an end. Permit her as her teammates cut and dodge around her like it's a fire drill. She stands at the top of the key and gestures as though she's directing traffic. She's not setting anything up, spoiler alert. She is merely creating a play for the blooper reel. Yes, the ball is heading someplace, but it frequently ends up in the wrong color jersey.
Just when I thought she was turning her season around, just when I thought Angel Reese was graduating from pretend basketball player to make-believe basketball player, the level where it's almost believable that Angel Reese is a basketball player. Just when I thought Angel Reese would pull through in the clutch and do America a favor. With a win last night against the Minnesota Lynx, Angel Reese would have become the most popular player in the WNBA dump. Well, Casey, that's simply not possible. Caitlin Clark will always be the most popular player in the WNBA.
The worst aspect is that you can watch in real time how the players adapt to her limits. Pay attention to the space. Observe how teammates are reluctant to cut in her direction, as if they are attempting to escape a black hole. Nobody wants to be the next victim of an unexpected dribble off the foot, a late screen, or a wayward pass. They seem to be using live grenades in their plays. It's not chemistry, it's survival. This is a rich example of irony. Despite all the talk about guts, leadership, and championship DNA, Rhea's turned into the team's biggest weakness. And not in a way that is conducive to stability. Nobody understands how to swim when we're sinking. Like 9 turnovers are developing discomfort rather than a severe identity crisis related to basketball. As if placement, rather than merely being in the way, is what it means to stand in the dunker spot while your buddy is double-teamed. Rhea is now solely helping the opposing team with quick breaks. She doesn't create plays. She is not the entertaining kind of story twist.
I know why people are defending this. Let's get into it. Nneka Ogwumike. She gets up, proceeds to get boxed out, unable to move her opponent out of the way. Nneka Ogwumike retaliates, grabs her by the hips, throws her to the floor, stands over her, screams on her, flips her the double bird. Quinterly, Dallas Wings' teammate, being a good teammate, gets in the middle of the two, pushes Nneka out of the way like a good teammate should. Instead of saying, Nneka, come here, let me get you a hug. No, get up off my teammate, girl. Get up off my teammate. Nneka Ogwumike can't let it go.
When opposing teams begin to taunt her like she's a weak link on a fence, you know it's awful. They want the ball to go to her. They hope she comes into contact with it. From the sidelines, you can just hear the other coach murmuring, "Let her cook," fully aware that the kitchen is on fire and the meal is uncooked in the middle. Not to mention transition defense. It's like watching someone attempt to jog in flip-flops when you watch her hustle back after a turnover. Technically, there is movement, but it is primarily ornamental. It's all in the body language. Vibes without outcomes, energy without focus, and frustration without urgency. This returns us to the coaching staff. They are aware. They must be aware. You don't simply think, "Yes, more of that, please," after experiencing so many offensive blackouts. This is a denial-based tactic. They've decided to take the easiest route, use her as a front, refer to it as development, and hope that no one pays too much attention to the stat sheet. Nevertheless, the facade persists. Social media posts, including dramatic slow-motion footage that cut just before the turnover, press conferences full of ambiguous praise.
I'm telling you, with a win last night, Angel Reese would have surpassed the Rue from Waterloo in popularity. Now, I am not saying that her dozens of aliases would have passed Caitlin Clark, but Angel Reese herself, she definitely would have. Going into the game last night, Cheryl Reed, the head coach of the Minnesota Lynx, she told the doofus duo who refer to themselves as stud buds, she told them if they lost this game to the Chicago Bravado, they would no longer be allowed to stream on Twitch.
The entire process is a masterclass in careful editing. If you tell the story correctly, it's possible that people won't remember the score. or the fact that their proclaimed star stumbled over her own momentum and the team was blasted out. The remainder of the roster suffers in the interim. Players that are able to shoot, maneuver, and comprehend the idea of a shot clock. Since winning is no longer the goal, they are being sacrificed on the altar of brand protection. It's about avoiding the humiliation of owning up to an error, and that's the most depressing aspect. Angel Reese didn't request to be hyped. Hype, delusion, denial, and the true triple-triple. The box score hypnotizes some of you. You observe a double, and all of a sudden, it seems as though she dropped a 30-piece triple-baked filet mignon. However, if you were to observe the game with your eyes open and your intellect working, you would see that dominance wasn't what happened on the court. There was anarchy, a chaos that is wonderfully marinated, careless, and sloppy. Angel Reese's stat lines resemble attention-grabbing headlines. Vivid, dramatic, and nearly totally deceptive.
Lads, Angel Reese is currently about to be suspended. She has 7 technical fouls on the season. And if this was last season, in a 44-game season, she would have already been suspended. And it is genuinely one of the funny things about this is that her fans are arguing that none of the techs are warranted. They are all warranted.
Because this is the agreement. She certainly collects her rebounds, particularly the ones that land squarely in her arms after she blocks the initial shot on the stat sheet. Self-assisted rebounding need to have its own column. It's cleanup duty, not hustle, to offensive board off your own air-all. When you're cleaning up your own mess, it's not supremacy. In a headband, that's just janitorial work. And those points, oh, bless those points. The team is frantically attempting to coerce her into the strategy half the time. It's similar to witnessing someone attempt to force a square peg through a circle hoop while becoming more and more terrified. She ends like someone whose controller disconnected, even if they feed her the ball like she's Shaq. Every possession is a minefield, and every shot is a risk. Nevertheless, she will stumble into 10 points just by sheer volume. With the optimism of a toddler tossing sparkles into the air, the ball exits her grasp. Gorgeous in idea, disastrous in practice. Every time she makes another brilliant pass right into traffic, you can practically hear the opposing defenders muttering, "Thank you."
So Angel Reese, the most toxic player in all of basketball, is out here slapping clipboards out of her coaching staff's hand because she's so mad her team committed a foul in the crunch after she shot 15 free throws this game. This is the lowest of the low disrespect that you can show to your coaching staff. She trying to get y'all locked in, worried about the next play, and you so toxic with your terrible, awful attitude that you slap the clipboard out of her.
She is still referred to as the league's face in spite of everything, specifically which face. She is the epitome of what not to do, if we're being honest. Are you interested in learning how to manage a successful pick and roll? Avoid watching Angel. Are you interested in learning about defensive positioning? Shut down that tab. Are you curious about how to stop momentum with a single, badly timed drive into 4 opponents? You discovered your guru. Congratulations, her performance art piece. How to drain a team's offensive without touching the ball for 3 possessions straight. Standing in the paint like a forgotten statue. Taking 5 seconds to gather a shot. She seems to be loading a cannon. When she gets it in the mail, they scatter like roaches because they are aware of what is about to happen. Either a jump pass thrown into the fans like a memento for row H or a crazy off-balance attempt that miraculously misses both the rim and the backboard.
What's up, y'all? I just want to talk about this chick, Angel Reese, for a second. She has been all over my timeline, over my Twitter or X, Instagram, TikTok. She's always pushing people and this and that. She's always in controversy. So let me address this situation real quick. How is she a professional athlete? Like, can we step back for a second and just analyze this situation? How in the world is this chick a professional athlete? She is, out of all the clips that I've seen, she is the worst basketball player I've ever seen.
However, the story is still there. She had 12 and 14. Yeah. And a ball movement war crime. When you're playing for more than 30 minutes and the offensive flows through you like old milk through a blender, it's simple to accumulate stats. Numbers eventually become meaningless when the eye test screams, "This ain't it." Because effect and inflation are two different things. Point one contributes to your team's victory. After you get blown out by 20, the other simply pads the box score to make it appear respectable. Regretfully, Reese resides in the latter. Her play is the human personification of empty calories, satisfying yet not nourishing. Although it looks like she's eating, it's actually simply a bunch of foam sticks with some hot air. And there's the mindset. The festivities following a layup when the team is behind by a significant margin. The chirping that occurs as the scoreboard flashes red following a free throw. It resembles witnessing a birthday celebration aboard the Titanic. There was no self-awareness. When swagger is supported by buckets, it's entertaining. However, the flexing starts to feel more like parody than power when you're throwing bricks like a one-woman construction team. She plays with the assurance of an experienced professional, but she has the fundamentals of someone who only learned how to play basketball through TikTok drills.
Made some comments about Angel Reese.
Yeah.
You called her garbage compared to Caitlin Clark.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I love black people. Mwah, 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 mwah. But I think sometimes we do play the race card too much. This ain't racial. This is about sports. This is about athletic ability. You know what I'm saying? And when you look at Caitlin Clark's game, who's very reminiscent of a Steph Curry based on her range and shooting the three, plus everything else she does. And then you look at Angel Reese.
Swagger is fantastic, but there's a thin line separating edge from fantasy. She is currently residing in her own inspirational poster, which reads, "Shoot your shot, even if you miss the rim fully, and turn it over 5 times in a row." The way pundits go to such lengths to defend it is even more hilarious. She exudes vitality. A automobile wreck does the same. She is a presence. A traffic cone does the same. Only when presence goes beyond simply existing on the court and appearing energetic after fouling someone on a fast break can it be considered noteworthy. The magnificent resolution is what it is. However, in the spotlight, every mistake becomes a meme. And each game is added to the blooper reel. Nevertheless, she continues to receive the spotlight, the minutes, and the reps. The rest of the team suffers in quiet as they adjust to her orbit like she's the basketball sun, beaming brightly but burning everything around her since the machine keeps spinning as long as her numbers seem good.
I'm sorry, but I don't know who need to hear this, but Angel Reese gotta be the worst basketball player ever. She's the worst basketball player ever. Like, do y'all guys don't understand this? She only made 2 points with 12 rebounds. She missed a couple of shots and she missed a rebound, bro. She only made 12 rebounds. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but 12 rebounds.
However, it eventually catches up. The turnover increases. The choice of shots decreases. The phony hustling grows boring. Additionally, fans that watch in real time rather than merely scrolling begin to realize the truth. Those box scores are a fool's gold. Games are not won by that hype. And that sometimes basketball's facade is really just a front for a scorching mess of poor footwork and missed layups. Yes, continue to build anticipation for the 14.12 rebound masterpiece. Just don't focus too much on the 9 turnovers, the choked lanes, the misplaced possessions, the perplexed teammates, and the team's final score, which was dominated, because there is a double dosage of denial behind that double-double, as well as the turnover tracker.